Now the next portion, that is our inborn error of metabolism. Inborn error of phenylalanine and tyrosine metabolism. See, if I consider the total metabolic pathway, then see what is happening. First phenylalanine, then phenylalanine to tyrosine. Okay, then tyrosine can undergo in melanin synthesis for DOPA, epinephrine and norepinephrine synthesis, or they can go for thyroid hormone synthesis, or tyrosine can undergo tyrosine transaminase reaction and there is formation of para-hydroxy phenyl pyruvate synthesis. Then from para-hydroxy phenyl pyruvate, via the enzyme para-hydroxy phenyl pyruvate hydroxylase, there is formation of homodentasic acid. Then from homodentasic acid via the enzyme homodentasic acid oxidase, there is formation of mallyl acetic acid. Then again mallyl acetic acid to fumarate acetic acid, and this fumarate acetic acid via the enzyme hydroxylase, it ultimately cleaves to form fumarate and acetic acid. So in a nutshell, this is the metabolic pathway I have discussed altogether. That is, first phenylalanine via the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase, there is tyrosine, tyrosine to tyrosine transamination, there is para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate, para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate via the para-hydroxyphenyl pyruvate hydroxylase, there is homodentasic acid, homodentasic acid to homodentasic acid oxidase, mallyl acetic acetate, then via isomerase fumarate acetic acetate, then via hydrolase, there is formation of fumarate and acetic acetate. This is the metabolic pathway. Now see, where the blockage, if there is any blockage of any enzyme or there is decreased function of enzyme, then some inborn error can occur. So first of all, this portion, if this step is blocked, then the enzyme here is phenylalanine hydroxylase. So if this step is blocked, that is phenylalanine to tyrosine, enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. So if this enzyme is absent, genetically absent, then one disease happens, that is called phenylketonuria. So phenylketonuria is here the enzyme deficient or enzyme absent is phenylalanine hydroxylase. In the next step, that is for homodentasic acid. The homodentasic acid via the enzyme homodentasic acid oxidase, it can convert it to homodentasic acid to mallyl acetic acid. If this step is blocked, then the disease occurs, that is our alkaptonuria. Okay, next, if this step is blocked, that is from the tyrosinase enzyme, this is deficient, then tyrosine to melanin synthesis cannot occur and the disease is albinism. Next, if this enzyme, that is our hydrolase, this fumarate acetic acetate hydrolase is absent, then the disease is tyrosinemia, tyrosinemia type 1. If this tyrosine transaminase, this step is blocked, then the disease is tyrosinemia type 2. And if this enzyme is blocked or deficient, then the disease is tyrosinemia type 3. And if this step is blocked, that is from tyrosine hydroxylase, then dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, these syntheses are blocked. So these are the inborn errors of metabolism which are associated with this phenylalanine and tyrosine metabolic pathway. Now, three things I will discuss in brief, that is our phenylketonuria, alkaptonuria and albinism. Now, what is phenylketonuria? I have already told that here the enzyme deficient is phenylalanine hydroxylase. So, phenylketonuria, it is an autosomal recessive condition. The enzyme absent is our phenylalanine hydroxylase. So phenylalanine cannot be converted to tyrosine. So this phenylalanine accumulates and ultimately there is formation of phenyl pyruvate, phenyl lactate phenyl acetate. So all these byproducts are formed as phenylalanine cannot be converted to tyrosine. So phenylalanine accumulate, ultimately phenyl pyruvate, phenyl lactate, phenyl acetate. These will form and this product comes in urine. So these ketones comes in urine. Now what is the clinical manifestation? This is a autosomal condition, autosomal recessive. So children or in the first few months of life there is this happens and the main clinical manifestations is here. The IQ of the child will be very less. This is of IQ 50 and there is agitation, hyperactivity, tremor, convulsion. These are happening in this type of baby and there is a typical smell is occurring in this type of baby's urine. It is a mousy odor of urine. And as tyrosine is not formed, so there is the melanin pigment also not formed. So hypopigmentation can also occur in this type of baby. Now what is the treatment here? The early detection is very important. How to detect? Two tests are very important. That is previously Guthrie test and our ferric chloride test. For the ferric chloride test, baby's urine is collected and some amount of ferric chloride is added. And as many ketones, that is phenyl pyruvate, phenyl lactate, phenyl acetate, these are present in the urine, then it usually converts, the urine will be converted after adding ferric chloride, the urine will get this color to green or yellowish green color. So this is the ferric chloride test. Now another test is about Guthrie test. What is Guthrie test? In Guthrie test, the patient's blood, it has been seen that Bacillus subtilis, it stains require the phenylalanine for culture. So if from culture media if you develop and you give the colony of Bacillus subtilis and you give the patient blood, and if you see that the Bacillus subtilis colony grows, it means the patient blood contains phenylalanine. Now nowadays another important investigation procedures are there like tandem MS, that is mass spectrometry procedure and DNA probe. By this procedure we can early detect this phenylketonuria in babies. And as it is a autosomal recessive condition, so in homozygous state only the clinical manifestations occur. And the heterozygous state, the amount of phenyl hydroxylase which is present is sufficient to convert the phenylalanine to your tyrosine. But if we give a phenylalanine load or IV injection of phenylalanine, then the enzyme cannot metabolize the phenylalanine and then the phenylalanine products can come in urine. Now, so this is all about our phenylketonuria. Now what is alkaptonuria? Alkaptonuria first Sam Barrow in 1902 first described alkaptonuria. So here homogentisic acid via the enzyme homogentisic acid oxidase is converted to valine acid acetate. This step is blocked here. That is the enzyme homogentisic acid oxidase is absent. So this step is blocked. Ultimately this homogentisic acid via polyphenol oxidase is converted to benzoquinone acetate, and these benzoquinone acetate polymerize and there is formation of alkaptone bodies. There is no such symptoms occurs in this type of patient. That is, it is not a life-threatening condition. Only thing that happens there is the urine undergoes black color upon time. The urine can undergo blackening of urine can occur upon time, and these alkaptone bodies can deposit in the intervertebral disc, in the joint spaces, in the pinna, in the nose, etc. in 3rd to 4th degree of life. This is called ukronosis. So ukronosis. So blackening of urine upon standing, and ukronosis. These are the two important clinical manifestations of alkaptonuria. And Sir Darrow in 1902 first described this disease, alkaptonuria, and it is spectra. What are the diseases? First is your alkaptonuria, albinism, cystinuria, and pentacyluria. So these four are associated, and this is known as Gannett spectrum. So this is another thing, alkaptonuria, and another disease associated with this pathway is albinism. I have already told that here the deficiency is in the tyrosinase enzyme. This enzyme is completely absent. So the tyrosin cannot be converted to DOPA, and ultimately DOPA cannot be converted to your indoline see first what is happening, that is tyrosin with the enzyme tyrosinase is converted to DOPA, then DOPA then again DOPA by the enzyme tyrosinase is converted to dopaquinone, and then dopaquinone is converted to indolquinone, and indolquinones are polymerized and formation of melanin. Here as tyrosinase is absent, so melanin is not formed. So ultimately depigmentation, hypopigmentation, that is depigmentation occurs, and the skin, the ciliary body, all are white. So this is the reason, and the patients are usually suffer from malignant melanoma. So these are the diseases. One thing I have left, that is our phenylketonuria. What are the types of phenylketonuria? Mainly three types of phenylketonuria are there: type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 1 is due to the deficiency of the phenylalanine hydroxylase. Type 2 is due to the dihydrobiopterin reductase deficiency, and type 3 is due to the synthetic defect of biopterin. So this is the types of phenylketonuria. By this I am completing this topic, that is our aromatic amino acid catabolism. So student, please go through the lesson, and if there is any query, please ask me in the group. Okay, thank you.
ম্যাম বন্ধ করি।